to the Herbert Dennard show. We're back again. We have with us the High Sheriff of Bibb County, David Davis. Welcome to the show.
Pleasure to be here, Herbert. Thank you for having me.
Good. You've been in the news for the last month or so, maybe 2 months, 3 months. The Sheriff's Department's been in the news. A lot of things going on, and we want to clear it up right here today.
Yeah, we got a lot of things happening. I mean, our folks are doing some great work. We've had some, good stuff and some things that are representing some challenges for us. But remember, every challenge is an opportunity. So we are we're moving through. We have plenty of opportunities going forward.
Every challenge is an opportunity. That sounds like something Aristotle or Socrates would write. You've like I said, we've been in the news a lot, and I've been knowing you for a while, and I know some of the things that you accomplished. And recently, you got River Edge involved. Maybe not so recently. Tell me about that.
Well, it's been about 2 years ago now, about a year and a half. We had River Edge come in and provide our mental health services to our inmates here in the jail. Years ago, River Edge was here, and then things happened to where we brought in another provider for mental health services that was attached to our physical health provider, and that worked for a few years. But River Edge sort of renewed their commitment to helping the inmates at the jail and their commitment to the community. So Cass Hatcher and I, the executive director at River Edge, got together and devised a plan for them to come back into our jail. And so they've done that, and it's really been a great partnership for us. And it's great to have community folks here providing service for our inmates, because a lot of times they already have known these individuals out on the street, and then once they are released from the jail, they can continue that service with the particular individual, so that they can make sure that they get constant and ongoing care for whatever issue that they may be having.
What percentage of the people in the jail probably have some kind of mental condition?
Well, there's ways of looking at that. We usually use the term of about 30% have some type of acute mental health or substance abuse issue. But I've heard folks say that anybody who is arrested could have some type of mental health or substance abuse issue. Think about a person who's arrested for driving under the influence. They're having an issue being able to handle intoxicants, alcohol, drugs, whatever. A person who is involved in a fight, or particularly a domestic situation, has some issues in conflict resolution skills and those kinds of things. So it could be argued that just about everybody that comes to jail for some type of charge may have some nexus in mental health or substance abuse. But people who are treated, about 30% of folks who have some type of diagnosed mental health issue or substance abuse issue, and whether they've been treated and received the proper care on the streets is sometimes the reason that they come to jail. And that's where River Edge comes in to help bring that quality of care up and keep that continuity of care even out to the street. So you bring somebody in who is destabilized and is having issues. Everyone is mental health screened that comes into our jail, and they're given the proper care, the proper medication, the proper counseling, those types of care, and they become productive. They become stabilized. They become not a problem to house in the correctional facility.
I noticed, but you have a lot of people. I understand the toilets are stopped up all the time.
That's an issue, and most of the issues that we deal with in the jail are brought on by the inmates. You have someone, as we talked about a minute ago, who may have a mental health issue and is unstable. they will do things to be a disruption. They will do things to stop up the toilets. They will do things to throw trash out in the cell block areas. They even get even more disruptive with some of their behaviors. So we have that, and so that's a constant issue for our maintenance staff and our deputies to stay on top of that and make sure that we keep the toilet lines open. And then you have some of our parts of the jail that are pretty old, and you have some of the plumbing apparatus, plumbing infrastructure that breaks. The pipes break. The things happen in that regard to where that we have to all the time fixing the place.
I guess that's a job in itself. But what kind of relationship you have with Cass Hatcher and the River Edge? They take care of a lot of problems for you. They straighten out a lot of things for you.
Well, I wish I could teach them to clean out a toilet, but that's not quite their job. But they deal with the inmates in a manner to where that they stabilize them to where that they may not cause some of those disruptive behaviors in the jail, like stopping up the toilets, like throwing trash, or like not taking baths as they should, and those sort of things. So we have a great relationship with River Edge to provide that mental health service.
Yeah, Cass Hatcher is a first-class guy, and he's running the first-class operation over there. And I deal with some of the people that work with him, and they are trying to, when a person's time is up, to when they get out of jail, they could contact him and continue to work with him. And I've just noticed that it's today we met today, and there was a lot of young ladies. We had ladies today, and there's a lot of young ladies got issues, and so they are helping them not only while they're in jail, if they got a drug problem. When they get out of jail, they follow through after they leave the Bibb County Jail.
Well, and that's what it's all about. This, that's why we do what we do with River Edge, so that they can have that continuity of care. This transitioning out to the street, this in reach, as they call it, where they have staff that comes in, and if it's somebody that they know is going to get out soon, they start setting them up for their appointments at River Edge and their follow-up. And River Edge is like us. They could use a lot more people to do the job that they have, and so a lot of times they have to depend on the individual themselves to make those appointments and to come and make sure that they come to the follow-up care. And sometimes that can be problematic and become a challenge, because River Edge doesn't have enough people to go to everyone's house and pick them up, or either go and deliver their meds. There has to be some personal responsibility on the individual, and many times the individual sort of decompresses. They go out and they get off of their meds, and then they get back in crisis, and sometimes they wind up coming back to jail. But River Edge has the foundation to help these individuals who certainly want to help themselves and to get them on the right track to keep them out of jail.
That's what I noticed. You've been a sheriff how long?
Well, this is my fourth term. This is my going into my 14th year as sheriff.
You've heard me say this before, so you've heard this before. I consider you one of the better sheriffs that we've had in Bibb County. I've been here long enough. I remember Jimmy Bloodworth.
That is a while.
That's a long, long time ago. If my memory serves me correctly, he went to jail.
Yeah, he got into some trouble with some organized crime figures that he was taken out of office back in the mid 70s, early 70s, somewhere along in there.
And then you had following him, Ray Wilkes. He was sheriff for a number of years.
Yeah, Ray Wilkes was here 4 terms and a little bit of a term, because he filled an unexpired term of Sheriff Bloodworth. So he was in here If I make it through, when I make it through the rest of this term, I will have almost matched Ray Wilkes's tenure at the sheriff's office.
Hello, I'm Bill Adams, retired state court judge of Bibb County and presently the president of Middle Georgia Justice. I can tell you from seeing lots of cases in front of me at the courthouse that many of them could have been prevented by folks just keeping their cool and deciding to walk away. Avoid coming to the courthouse. Do yourself a favor.
And Ray, during his tenure, the sheriff's department was a suit was filed against it, discrimination.
That's right. That's right. And I'm sort of a product of that.
Plaintiff won the suit.
That's right. And he had to. Money. That's right. And he had to certainly diversify the office, and that's one of the great cultural and paradigm shifts that I've seen during my career. When I first started here, that was right after that lawsuit, and Sheriff Wilkes was compelled to diversify the office, as far as racial makeup. And we've seen that now to where that law enforcement, and certainly the sheriff's office, is probably one of the most diverse fields of work. Globally, law enforcement is, and certainly here at the sheriff's office, we're very diverse here. Our makeup of workers very closely reflects the percentages of black, white here in Macon Bibb. But when I first started, it was mostly white, mostly male, and the way you got here was you had to know somebody. Yes, and it shifted over through the years to where we became more and more diverse racially. Now the next big shift is gender-wise. We hire many more females to come to work here at the sheriff's office than we do males now. So I've read studies and things that say that by the mid-century, by the middle of this century, over 55% of all the people in law enforcement will be female. So we've seen how diversity certainly makes a difference and certainly helps strengthen our bonds with the community.
And who was sheriff after Ray Wilkes?
Sheriff Wilkes was succeeded by Sheriff Robbie Johnson. He was here for 2 terms, and then Sheriff Jerry Modena, was here for 3 terms, and then here I am into my 4th term here.
I didn't know Robbie Johnson that much, but after him, but nobody has been working in the community across the board better than you.
Well, I appreciate that, Herbert. You're very kind, and I try to do that. And I know when Sheriff Modena was in office, he did a lot of stuff in the community, and then having consolidated like we did, consolidation came in when I came in, and so we've certainly stepped up being in the community. I'm out all the time. I'm at some event or even just this past weekend, I was at some event. So I try to be a part of the community and serve this community. And that's the fun part of being sheriff.
I don't know if Ray Wilkes, and he served a long time, but I don't remember anybody going out in the community and going to different community neighborhood watches and matches and everything else more than you. It might have been, but I don't remember anybody even close.
I'll be honest with you. I don't think so either. I know Sheriff Modena did a lot of things out in the community and things, but certainly with us being consolidated now, and I'm the guy that's kind of in charge of all the law enforcement. We have community-wide jurisdiction and authority and responsibility. And so I feel it's my responsibility and my job to go out and meet as many people and see folks everywhere they are.
What about, you have an employee there with you named Judy Gordon. Tell me about her.
Let me tell you, Judy Gordon is a gem. Tell me
what she does.
She coordinates all our neighborhood watch programs. She coordinates the neighborhood watch groups, the neighborhood watch meetings. She's instrumental. We just a few weeks ago had our Night to Unite activities where we go out every year and have them in all different parts of the community, and people have cookouts and meetings and play games and do all those kinds of things. Judy coordinates all of that, which is wonderful. We this past weekend we had our Faith in Blue programs, which is where the faith community sort of bonds with law enforcement. We had several events going on through the community that bonded our folks with community members and faith members, and Judy helped set all of that up. She's a true asset.
You know, I'm saying all these things. I'm gonna tell you one of the reasons I like you. You allowed me to bring the Just Walk Away initiative into the jail, and we have talked to them and worked with them. And I see people. We've been doing this about 3 years now.
Yep.
And they are really enthusiastic when I see them on the street after they get out of jail, and some of them get jobs and everything. And we try to tell them about adverse situations and when you should walk away. And not once have you said, don't talk to them about this. Don't bring this person in the jail. I brought Jerry Anderson in the jail. I brought the NAACP president in the jail. I brought all kind of people in the jail. And I think it's been beneficial, and it works well in doing that. And I think we are making some changes because of that.
Well, Herbert, that's been a great program, and I'm glad you mentioned that. I was going to say the Walkaway Initiative shows the inmates that there are people in this community that cares about them. There are people in this community that have resources that can help them. But just the fact that you come in and you share stories, and people like Jerry Anderson and others who may have walked the path of some of these inmates here,
Mm-hmm.
they see that there's a better way, and they see that there is life beyond the bars. There's something that they can ascribe to and strive to accomplish, and that there are people out there in the community who want to help them. So I certainly commend you and your Walkaway initiative and all the things. And you've had it down in the jail. You've walked away in neighborhoods. You've done things all over the community, which helps strengthen the community and show people that somebody cares about them.
And that's what it's all about. Try to turn the lives around, but you still have a number of people getting out of jail and they coming back in jail. What do you think is the issues on them? So many people getting out and coming back in.
Well, they get caught in this cycle of crime. We see things that happen in their lives, and they get caught and they come back, and that's been a big thing right now. But I will tell you something I have noticed. A few years ago, our recidivism rate of those coming back was out of our population was in the 80s, in the 85%, 85 stayed in the mid 80s, 85, 86%. But I've noticed here lately it has dropped down, like today, it's down to 76%. So that is a reduction in those inmates who have come and keep cycling through the system, to where that maybe not as many of them are coming back through programs like the Walkaway, through things like River's Edge, and through getting those individuals off the street who are very dangerous and who need to be off the street and who need to be in prison or away from society where they doing harm. So in little ways, all of these things are making a difference.
A lot of people coming in and going out and everything else. So how many people are in the jail right now?
This morning we have 980 inmates in the jail.
How many can you have in the jail?
Well, we can, our stated capacity is 966. Well, we can hold a little over 1,000 inmates without too much of an issue. And that's where, we've already got the architect picked to build the new jail, the new addition. That's going to add about 150 more beds to us. And that'll give us some wiggle room that we can put those mentally ill inmates, physically ill, and some of those inmates that are causing disruptions, we'll have a place to put them. And it also gives us a space that we can put inmates in that space and come back and renovate some of the old space too. So it'll give us a lot more flexibility and working room to be able to deal better with our inmate population.
Well, I appreciate what you're doing, but they have some kind of program now that I think the mayor recommends by letting people out of jail under the ankle management, risk management. Yeah. Tell us about that.
Yeah, that's the mayor's program to help to help reduce inmates in the jail, and it's worked to a point. And we have several dozen inmates who have taken part, have been eligible for that program. They're there. They have an ankle monitor on them, which this program pays for. Those are some low-risk offenders, folks of probation who are charged with some minor charges that they can be monitored on the street, and they're not going to create a problem to the community.
So is the program working pretty well?
It's working. It's one of those things. Every little bit helps. I'm not saying it's the one that solves all the problems, but it helps to deal with a part of it. That mental health issues with River's Edge, the Walk Away Initiative. You take all those things together, all of it helps make a difference.
Well, I appreciate you stopping by and talking to us a while. I like what you're doing. I think we still have issues, but I guess most people do. But I think the River Edge thing is really beneficial to the jail.
Well, it is. It really is. It's got home folks looking out for home folks.
Thanks a lot for stopping by, and we'll be talking to you again soon.
All right. Glad to be here. Thanks. I appreciate y'all.
Hello, I'm District Attorney Anita Howard of the Macon Judicial Circuit. I understand people try to get under your skin, but losing control, it doesn't make you tough. It makes life rough. Trust me, I know in the heat of that moment, emotions run high. In a single moment, you can ruin your life. Don't throw away your future. Walk away and stay strong. And remember, peace of mind is better than doing time.
We are talking to someone from River Edge. I want to talk to you about the Sheriff's Department and the role that River Edge plays. Mm-hmm. How long has River Edge been involved with the Sheriff's Department in Bibb County?
Yes, sir. So my understanding as the Chief Clinical Officer for River Edge Behavioral Health is that River Edge and the Sheriff's Department had a partnership several years ago, and that partnership was renewed after a period of separation in 2023 with our Jail in Reach program. On with me is Parrin Cowan, who is the director for that program.
What exactly does River Edge do with the Bibb County Jail Sheriff's Department?
So we provide the behavioral health services within the jail. We do behavioral health assessments, crisis assessment and screening, some individual counseling, group counseling, case management, and discharge planning.
So let's say it in English. The sheriff, you come in and you have some, you deal with behavior health, you deal with people that got developmental disabilities, or you have people that just got drug problems. Tell me what's going on.
We deal with a plethora of mental health issues. We work in mental health, so we deal with mental health diagnoses like schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, generalized anxiety disorder. Could be that they have some anger management issues. It could be a lot of stuff. So whatever they're dealing with mental health wise, that's what we do here. We provide them with therapy services.
So if a person have a mental health condition while they're incarcerated, what do you guys do?
We schedule them for a mental health assessment. So basically, we get their background. We talk to them about when they first start experiencing those symptoms, what symptoms that they are experiencing. if they ever had any mental health history, if they ever had any mental health services in the community, what their previous diagnosis is, and then I will give them a diagnosis based on the symptoms that they tell me they display.
So they come in, they got a mental case. How many people do you think have mental issues in the jail?
Right now, we have close to 500 people on our caseload. So a little less than half of the people here.
And what about those with drug problems?
Out of that 500, I'm going to say probably half of those have a mental health diagnosis as well as a substance use disorder. So they have a drug issue and mental health diagnosis.
Do you try to get them off of drugs?
Well, while they're here,
I know they're off while they're there, in theory anyway. But when they get out of jail, do you have some kind of treatment to try to encourage them to stay off drugs, or you do it while they're in?
Ms. Hill, who is our case manager, will do a referral if they request it, and if the court says it's an option, she will do a referral to some kind of rehab program. Now it's going to be up to them whether or not they utilize that referral. And once they get released, we always refer them to mental health to River Edge so that they can continue their mental health treatment.
But I think I understand. I know it's voluntarily, but I'm just wondering the effectiveness of how well it works. I know a lot of people go in and a lot of them have drug problems. And hopefully when they get out, some kind of way that they could continue.
Ms. Hill does a lot of referrals. Like they'll go to different treatment facilities all over the state of Georgia. We work close with the court advocate, Ms. Wolfout, and she always has referrals for us, and we always connect them with the case manager. We have a lot of people who do go to rehab. Now, whether or not it's effective is a different story, but we do have a lot of people that get released here and go straight to rehab. I don't know a specific number.
But while they are in jail and you are talking to them, and if they admit they are addicted to drugs, what does River Edge do?
They get therapy for that. First of all, we have to identify what contributed to the drug use from the get-go. Is it an underlying mental health diagnosis that they're self-medicating, or was it some kind of trauma that contributed to the drug use? We try to get down to the bottom, to the core issue, so that we can help them treat the drug issue while they're here. They get a lot of therapy for that. We also do substance abuse groups while they're here.
How does substance abuse groups work?
So basically, we identify the clients on each block who have let us know that they have a history of substance abuse. And then myself or Ms. Scott, who is the other therapist here, will do a group specifically on substance abuse. What contributed to it? It's all going to be mental health in nature. What contributed to the substance abuse? Let's talk about your triggers. What triggered you to use drugs? How can we learn coping skills to avoid those triggers? And to understand that you may not always be able to avoid your triggers. So what can you do differently going forward to not relapse and go backwards?
A lot of people in the state of Georgia do not have anybody like River Edge. A lot of the sheriff departments don't have people like River Edge involved in giving people treatment while they're in jail. Is that correct?
I'm not really privy to that. All I can speak on is Bibb County Jail. I have heard of other programs that do mental health in different jails, but I'm not quite sure. I know River Edge is in Bibb County Jail. Now, as far as the other jails are concerned, I'm not familiar with those statistics.
Right, but you treat them while they're here.
Correct.
I am Justice Verna Colvin, your fellow Maconite. I serve on the Georgia Supreme Court. And today, I just want to say, why give in to destruction? Why be a part of the problem? How about being a part of the solution? When you encounter situations that are maddening, walk away. so that you can live the full life that you're intended to live. Violence is nonsense, and you are not nonsensical. You are an intelligent person, and people who have an ability to think, feel, and be, they walk away. So walk away and live your best life.
I mistakenly left out that we do have a nurse practitioner on staff as well that provides medication management for the psychiatric diagnoses.
Correct.
So I did want to make sure that I mentioned that.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys work as a team. You're there. How many people are in the jail?
It's myself. I'm the director. We have another therapist, another mental health counselor, Miss Scott. We have a clerk, Miss Boone, who does all of our appointments. And we also have the case manager, Miss Hill. So it's 4 of us so far.
Is that 7 days a week?
Practitioner.
5 days a week?
And the nurse practitioner, I apologize. Yes, we do have a nurse practitioner who's here as well, who prescribes the medication. So it's 5 of us.
I was trying to focus on the teamwork and how the sheriffs bring people in and how you guys are in and working, trying to correct the problems because we have so many problems. And I understand you guys sometimes help people find housing when they get out.
Correct. What we do is once they are released, we refer them to River Edge and they pick up that piece. River Edge has a lot of resources. The housing is a process, of course. I mean, it's a process to get housing in any avenue, in any company that you work with. But we do refer them directly to River Edge for that. And Miss Frederica can speak on that a little bit better than I can.
Well, yeah, so it does require an individual to be enrolled in our services. So that would mean that they would have to go through the intake process because the services that they receive through our jail in-reach program is strictly just for the jail. So for our outpatient services, it does require a different process, quite similar, but it is different in getting them into the system. So they would have to go through the intake process, have the confirmed and verified diagnosis by a fully licensed clinician or doctor, and then connected with the housing referral process through our continuum of care. And then also it does require verification of homelessness. And so the same process that some individuals have to go through in just coming off of the street and going through EOC for verification of homelessness, they would have to do quite similar.
Tell me something else. If somebody go into jail and they have some kind of medical conditions or things like that, how do they help those people?
Well, here at the jail, they have a whole nother company that provides them with the medical aspect of it. Now, if it negatively impacts their mental health, then that is incorporated into their mental health care. The importance of caring for their medical condition, taking their medication as prescribed. But as it relates to the medical piece, they have another company here that does that.
Okay. If somebody got a mental issue, how do you give them their medicine or do you give it to them and they take it on their own?
Like the other company that provides.
No, I'm talking about River Edge.
That's what I'm saying. Our nurse practitioner prescribes the medication, and then the other company, Correct Health, they provide them with the medication. The nurses physically go to them on the block, give them their medication, unless it's an injection. If it's an injection, they come here to medical, and the nurses provide them with that injection.
Okay. That's been very, very helpful in treating it. You're getting pretty good results.
Yes, as long as they're compliant with their medication, it is very, very helpful.
But if they're not complying with it, how do you deal with it?
Educate them, psychoeducation, educate them on the nature of their diagnosis and the importance of taking their medication as prescribed, because we legally cannot forcefully provide people medication. They have to want to take it.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Anything you want to conclude with?
No, we appreciate you having us. We really thank you for this opportunity. And it's good seeing you again.
Good to see you always. Take care.
You too.
It's the watching the Herbert Dennard Show. For more information on the Just Walk Away initiative, follow us, like and share our content. Lock in with us. Join the initiative by following us on all social media platforms. Search Just Walk Away, middle GA. We would like to extend our deepest appreciation to Sheriff David Davis for his hard work, dedication, and continued leadership in keeping our community safe through his service with local law enforcement. We'd also like to send a heartfelt thank you to River Edge Behavioral Health, Ms. Cowan and Ms. Myers, for their compassion and commitment to caring for our community, both physically and mentally. Together, we're building a stronger, safer, and more understanding Middle Georgia.